Hello everyone and welcome to a very special edition of the Superintendent's Corner. My name is Ivan Katz and I'm the very proud superintendent of the Fallsburg Central School District. While we've had an exceptionally strong school opening this year, I know that much of the attention has been focused on the new cell phone ban that became New York State law this past May. This represents a major cultural shift for our students, and many people want to know how it's going. To that end, we interviewed students and staff to get their perspectives on this important change. Leading up to this, I've had the opportunity to speak with students directly and hear how the cell phone ban has been impacting them after a few weeks of living with it. Our students have been incredibly insightful in sharing their thoughts. They've mentioned a noticeable increase in student interactions, fewer distractions, more socializing, and, most importantly, an improved ability to focus on learning. Of course, they also shared some of their concerns. I'm very proud of our students for having the courage of their convictions and for being open and honest about how they feel at all levels regarding the cell phone ban. Now, let's hear from our students and staff.
I didn't really know how to feel. I mean, there was definitely the idea, the ideas of excitement about this because it was going to take a little less from me to really enforce this ban of cell phones in my classroom. There was also a lot of questions, though, which I'm sure was pretty natural for a lot of people as far as what does this look like? How is this really going to be implemented? What's going to be the community responses as far as students and parents? It was a lot of questions, really, was the initial reaction.
I was a little shocked about it because I don't know. I always text my mom when I'm in school, and if I always used to use my phone in school, and I was like, this is crazy. What happens if we get into a fire drill or a lockdown and my mom needs to be notified and the school doesn't do it immediately? I was just kind of worried.
I knew that it was going to be a pain for teachers and for the school. So my initial reaction was, this is going to be a nightmare for logistical reasons. And I don't like to be part of logistical stuff. I like to control my environment, and if I see a cell phone, I'll handle it. Or if I like control over the rules in my environment.
At first I was really surprised that we're doing it because I'm just so used to having my phone, and I was a little bit nervous with things with emergencies and just the change. I'm so used to just grabbing my phone to just check the time or call somebody or do whatever I need to do. And it's definitely weird not having it. I wouldn't say it's been bad, but it's just been different.
The one big thing that I see as an administrator is there are fewer students spending lots of time outside of the classroom, walking slowly in the hallway to, check their phone, whatever they're doing on their phone. It was taking time away from their time in the classroom. This year, you don't see it as much. So I think that's one big positive impact. And then the biggest impact that I'm hoping to see is that students will be able to remember more about what they learn each day.
The students seemed to be on board. They kind of understood that this is beyond just a Fallsburg issue. This is a law that's been passed by the state legislature, and whether we like it or not, we have to follow it.
It's definitely making me focus more. I have nothing to distract me. I can't look on my phone because it's in the yonder pouch. And also because, and even if I can't hear it, I can't feel if a notification goes off when it's in my book bag, and and my grades are way higher, so it's definitely helping me focus a lot.
Ultimately, it doesn't really change how people engage in school or with one another. If people don't want to talk with one another, they'll find other ways to distract themselves. I think in some respects it is a really good thing. I know I, for one, have been doing a lot better at trying to connect with my classmates, but I don't think that's necessarily because of the cell phone ban. I think that's because I want to do that.
I've developed the skills and the tools to, if I have questions about the world, I have this device in my pocket now that it can't give me all the answers, but it can give me started. And so in some ways, depriving students of that experience, I couldn't say right now if that's a positive or a negative, but time will maybe give us a little bit more light on that answer.
It's amazing how flexible kids are. In several weeks, they've adjusted. And let's be honest, in reality, when students are entering the workforce, you can't go to work and sit on your phone all day. You can't be watching TikTok videos or YouTube or Snapchatting to a friend. You have to focus on your task at hand, whatever your job may be. So again, if school is preparation for life in the real world, by banning the cell phones, we're preparing them for life in the real world.
Other schools that have had a ban in place longer have seen that it takes about 6 weeks or so, and we're at about the 6-week mark right now. It takes about 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, for it to just become a part of the daily routine where everyone's used to it. I mean, the phones are a part of our daily lives now, and it's going to only get more and more so for our kids. But the impact that it has on retaining information with the constant distraction is not worth it. So by having an 8-hour chunk of time every day where they don't have that constant distraction, I think it's going to have a huge positive impact in not just their grades, but in their mental abilities, their mental health going forward after they leave our four walls here.